who's familiar with the triangle. You can set it up however you like. I like to get an overhook here. If he has just a shallow underhook or even a deep underhook, I get this overhook, I get wrist control, plant my foot, and I shrimp out. And when I shrimp out, I'm on my hip, and I stick my right leg through, let go of the overhook, and I get here. Once you guys are here, work on locking this up. First and in the triangle, work on just keeping good posture and trying not to get submitted from this triangle. That's all I really want you guys from there. From here, I'm just going to kind of try to break his posture down. And I'm going to start to bring my foot to my ankle. So once I get from here to here, I grab my ankle on the opposite leg now, and I switch my triangle to the reverse triangle. All I want you guys working on is just getting to this transition from here to here. Now, this is reverse. You actually can still finish this from here. You gotta put the arm back across. It's possible to finish from here. It's a lot harder, but that's not what I want you guys focusing on for now. Just get to this reverse triangle. Everybody see it again? All right. 1, 2. From here, I'm transitioning the other side, and I get here. And the reason I want to transition to this other side is when I'm trying to finish this, sometimes they'll tuck their hand behind there. And I like to kind of start trying to look down the ear, and I go to the side where my legs are locked. So kind of shrimping, trying to look down his ear. I'll transition, and I'll get here. And my ribs are kind of pinching his arm. My thigh and my ribs are pinching his arm to kind of keep that in place when I start shrimping over to this side. And if you want to, you can throw your tricep above, so he really can't get this arm out now. It's kind of stuck in there. Because when I go from here to here, what we're going to do now is we're going to try to establish wrist control. And what I'm doing is I'm going to kind of lift my hips off the ground to show that wrist, because he's going to be trying to tuck it in there, and he's not going to try to let me get it. So I throw my hips in the air to grab his wrist, and now I can get this sneaky Kimura. And then from here, all I'm doing is just lifting up. Sorry, really feel the tension on that, sorry. So here, strip my body to look down the side of his head, trapping his elbow, transitioning to the reverse triangle, throwing my hips up, and putting elbow on the ground, grabbing the wrist, coming over his arm, and grabbing that Kimura grip. And just from here is just regular control and finish. Do you understand that?
Can you show that one more time?
Which part?
Like how you got the Kimura, or
How I got it?
yeah.
So here, and he's tucking, and so I'm trapping this elbow, and then I'm transitioning to the reverse, and then all I'm doing from here is I'm just lifting my hips up off the ground and grabbing the Kimura grip from here. Good? All right. 1, 2. Here's the reverse. And now, trying to get this Kimura. Maybe he just has stubby arms and you can't get it. So you push off of his head. We're gonna push. We're gonna open up our triangle here. I'm throwing my heel just directly over the other side of his neck here. And from here, I'm just gonna start using my hands, scoot out, and come up to this omoplata. I just want you guys coming up to here for now. We'll work on finishing it in a second. So. Push it on the head, throwing that over. And I try to keep my legs pinched down because if not, he'll try to posture up and we'll just be stuck in this middle. Happened the last time we rolled.
Yes, it did.
Here, push, come up, and from here, just pinching down. Using our arms to posture up and start walking around. I want you guys to end up kind of in this position with your legs. Don't lock this up. Just get here. We're not locking anything up with our legs. We're just kind of keeping our posture into them. Everybody got that? 1, 2. Here. Now I want you guys, as soon as you guys throw this over and get here, start coming up and trying to grab this waist. Because if I'm here, he's just gonna hop over. So coming up, even if I'm down here, I just want to start blocking this hip. Come up, and now we're here. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lean in and I'm gonna put pressure into his shoulder blade. As soon as I do that, I'm gonna start using my back foot to scoop where he starts to flatten out now. Now from here, I like to grab the wrist. If you want, you can just underhook or grab the wrist. We lean in, and now I'm just gonna start raising my hips over like a rainbow. Like I picture this rainbow right over his head, and I'm gonna twist into him. Coming here, and that's the finish. Here, leaning in, and I just start twisting over. Everybody understand that? The scoot too? You want to see again? All right. 1, 2. Triangle and omoplata. If he has me in a triangle, I like to posture up and I like to bait this omoplata because if I get stuck in this thing wrong, I'm probably going to get triangled. So I bait the crap out of this omoplata and I start sticking my arm here and I start trying to turn it out. So he wants to go just straight to the omoplata. As soon as he goes for that, because right here, I'm just planting with my left hand. As soon as he goes for that, I'm throwing my hips over and going straight to the cross face. And from here, your arm, as soon as you hop over, your arm just slithers out of the omoplata. So from here, see hopping over, he just no longer has it from right here. So all I'm doing right here is just pulling my arm out and cross face straight into side control. First, posture up, tuck this, and he's not going to go for this right away. He could go for the Kimura, and so that'll kind of mess up my counter here. But what I do to get this so often is I start turning to bait this. Everybody understand that? Have any questions about anything? I'm just hopping my feet right over his hips.
If you're turning, could you still get the Kimura if you're turning?
What?
Because I feel like once you start turning, it opens up your wrist a little bit more for the Kimura rather than him kicking over.
When I do this, I tuck it, and if I can, I'll grab the inside of my hip. But turning my shoulders into this triangle, it almost makes them want to kick over, want to kick straight into the triangle, or omoplata, sorry. Yes, in theory, you could go for the Kimura every time,
Okay, that was the question.
but I've never.
It's just debate for the Omoplata. If he goes for it, it's over.
Yeah. So now you know just to Kimura me.
Yeah, I'm going to.
All right, we got it. All right, 1, 2. Good.
Yep.
All right. Let's top off the reverse Omoplata series. From the reverse, when you get this locked in, you can only collar tie the back of the head, and the fist can go in the jugular, like right in this section. If you're there, because we're pinching the back of his shoulder down, and when we pinch just watch his throat, and I pinch, it's going straight. I'm not even punching, I'm just planting my fist there. I'm not letting it move. So from here, if I add this and I punch, it gets tight really quick. So I'm forcing my hand in his throat, I'm pulling his shoulder down. So it's here, and I'm just lifting. Anybody have any questions about that one? This one's really easy to hit, and a lot of people don't see it coming. You can do this in a regular triangle too, but it's almost tighter in the reverse because of the way when your legs are locked, it pulls down on that shoulder. The other one really doesn't, because if you're gonna go regular triangle, and we have the fist in the throat, it's not, the lock is on this side and it's pulling down on that shoulder more than it is the other one. So in theory, it should be tighter on the reverse triangle. All right, let's give that one a try. 1, 2.